Well, it does seem like in a few weeks or however long it takes for this to go through, Elon Musk will own Twitter, and I think some changes are going to be made. As soon as he comes in, he announced he was going to fire 75% of Twitter's staff, and I think that that's hilarious. Twitter has never tried to really be a company run for profit. It seems like it was more about controlling the way people are allowed to discuss things, because you're not allowed to really talk about any kind of counterpoints to any real left speaking point. You're not allowed to. You'll get banned off the platform. And I think it would be really cool if Twitter was more of a level playing field. So I think we might actually see that. Who knows? It might not happen, but I think that it could. Now, what's really funny is that apparently the employees are making demands. There's a whole letter here that Time has that I thought would be fun to look over. Exclusive. Twitter employees protest Elon Musk's plan to fire 75% of workforce. Now, what's funny about this, okay, these people before would be able to get their way when they stomp their feet like a baby, and cry and rub their eyes and pout, bitch, and glue their hands to the ground. They would get what they want. But he's not putting up with it. And it's just funny that they think they can make demands of him. I think it's hilarious. So let's take a look at this. I have the whole letter here. It's an open letter. The full text of it. Staff, Elon Musk, and board of directors. We, the undersigned Twitter workers, believe the public conversation is in jeopardy. No, they don't. What's in jeopardy is their one way of thinking and speaking. Their one way or the highway rule, where they would go around and shadow ban people and ban everybody that didn't agree with them, ban people for getting pronouns wrong, which is ridiculous because you have to literally go to someone's bio to see them. And who the hell is going to someone's bio every time they interact with someone on Twitter? No, that's the conversation that's in jeopardy. If anything, they're mad that everyone is going to be able to be a part of the conversation now. Elon Musk's plan to lay off 75% of Twitter workers will hurt Twitter's ability to serve the public conversation. No, it'll hurt Twitter's ability to censor the public conversation. Let's get that right there. Let's improve that. Let's put that in there. A threat of this magnitude is reckless, undermines our users and our customers' trust in our platform, and is a transparent act of worker intimidation. Now, let's take a look at this. A threat that undermines users and customers' trust. You've already lost users and customers' trust a long time ago. If anything, I think he's going to run it better. And it's so funny to me that these people are telling him how to run a company. You know what I'm saying? Twitter has significant effects on societies and communities across the globe. Yeah, 100% does. It's the only allowed big social media network. Because when Parler tried to become a thing, and it was well on its way to doing it, all the tech companies jumped to shut it down. So, unfortunately, it's the only one there is. Because if you try to make your own, you get it shut down. Well, let me rephrase that. If it gets any momentum like Parler did. Parler would have been huge. Parler would have been a gigantic social media platform if they hadn't all conspired to shut it down, because that site was getting momentum, kind of like Rumble is. As Rumble keeps getting bigger, I wonder if they're going to be able to shut Rumble down, because you know they're going to come after it. As we speak, Twitter is helping to uplift independent journalism in Ukraine and Iran, as well as powering social movements around the world. So the Iran thing, I barely ever see anybody talking about, by the way. Very, very quiet on woke Twitter about what's going on in Iran. I don't barely see anything. It's like it's being suppressed. And social movements, what? The one where they're gluing hands and throwing potatoes at paintings? A threat to workers at Twitter is a threat to Twitter's future. I disagree. Replacing everybody at Twitter is a blessing to Twitter's future. These threats have an impact on us as workers and demonstrate a fundamental disconnect with the realities of operating Twitter. They often they threaten our livelihoods, access to essential health care, and the ability for visa holders to stay in the country they work in. We cannot do our work in an environment of constant harassment and threats. Without our work, there is no Twitter. No, you're all easily replaceable. Every single one of you can be replaced. All of you. So instead, maybe you should maybe not tell the boss that he's a piece of shit and not ban people and listen to him, and you'll probably be fine. It's a job, not a political activist site. Well, it shouldn't be anyway. We, the workers at Twitter, will not be intimidated. We recommit to supporting the communities, organizations, and businesses who rely on Twitter. We will not stop serving the public conversation. Oh, so they will not stop censoring the public conversation. That's the word I think they missed there. It's funny, they're making all these demands like they think they can walk in and stand up to him. He owns the business. He owns the business. If he doesn't like how you're acting towards him, he'll just fire you. It's a private company. He's allowed to do what he wants. That's their favorite line now. So, I agree. It's a private company. He's allowed to do what he wants. Let's skip down here. Respect. We demand leadership to respect the platform and the workers who maintain it by committing to preserving the current headcount. Safety. We demand the leadership does not discriminate against workers on the basis of their race, gender, disability, sexual orientation, or political beliefs. See, the political beliefs one is the one that they really want to put in there because he doesn't like woke. He's very against it lately. And they know he's going to come in there like a wrecking ball. And these crybaby wokies are probably going to get fired. So it's just funny watching this. Like, this isn't an intimidating letter at all. It really does feel like a bunch of babies kicking their feet. Protection. We demand Elon Musk explicitly commit to preserve our benefits, those both listed in the merger agreement and not. Remote work. They don't want to come back to work. Well, we know he ain't going to honor that. He's already calling everybody back to Tesla. We demand leadership to establish and ensure fair severance policies for all workers before and after any change in ownership. Well, sorry, you're not a union. I don't think you are unionized and you don't have any rights. I think he can just do what he wants. It's a private company. If you don't like it, you can make your own. Dignity. We demand transparent, prompt, and thoughtful communication around our working conditions. We demand to be treated with dignity and will not be treated as mere pawns in a game played by billionaires. Sincerely, Twitter workers, which probably isn't all of them. It's just a handful of the loud, wokey ones that are probably the most annoying people you'll have ever worked with in your life. So this isn't going to work. He's going to pretty much do whatever the hell he wants. I don't see him. See, these people are so scared of everybody. He's not going to come in there and just fire anybody that he's not going to look at you and fire you. If you do a good job, don't harass him, which some of them will likely do. You'll probably be okay. If you can prove the value of your job, I'm sure you'll be fine. But they don't want to do that. They don't want to be lazy. These people don't want to have to work. That's the problem. They don't like hard work, and they don't like anybody that has a different belief than them. So they're mad that it's getting shooken up, and they think they can intimidate him. I don't think so. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and my locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here. I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.